Okay, so welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my world, my life, my home, my business, and more importantly than anything, my freedom. So, I told you before when we ended the last couple of videos that we were going to get a little more aggressive in a series that would take place to try to help you achieve whatever it is that you're looking to achieve. And I know sometimes it's the hardest part is just getting yourself started, just starting to believe that something can change in your life because we've been conditioned and we conformed. And I always say the opposite of courage is conformity. So this video is going to be based on one thing and one thing only, taking action. Because taking action is what it's all about. Without that first step or that first thought with belief that there is something bigger and better out there for you, most people will not go any further than where they are right now because they've been conformed to stay there. And this is the proper thing that they should be doing for the rest of their life. I'm trying to move around a little bit to get that little bit of glare out of my glasses so you can absolutely see in my eyes and understand that what I'm saying to you, I'm saying with conviction. I'm saying with education, with experience. I understand the lack of worthiness. I understand the lack of desire. I understand the lack of importance or prioritizing things in my life because, as I told you in several videos, it took me to 32 to finally kick myself in the backside to understand that this is a big, beautiful world and there's a lot out there. But the only way it's out there is if you go seek it. It doesn't come to you. And sometimes it even comes to us in the form of a friend or a family member. Not usually, though, but a friend or an acquaintance, and we overlook it because we don't think we're worthy. So, the first thing I want to cover with you is that this is something that I used as my guideline. That's the word I want to use for it, my guideline, to build my business. And to get more importantly, let me rephrase that. This is what I use for my guideline to get my mind straight because you got to get your mind straight. Everything starts with a thought. And behind that thought is a true belief or conviction, commitment that you're going to go ahead and do what is needed to get done. So I want you to take a 30-day challenge with me. Now, I don't want you to take 30 days to take action, but I want you to take a committed 30-day challenge. It's free. It takes absolutely nothing but I think a half an hour of your day. And if you really have that 9 to 5 job, as I talked to about before, and I know a lot of people do, listen, I got a neighbor next door, and I don't talk about people, but I actually do like them, and they have their own business. It's a regular retail business. I don't want to go into what it is, but it's a regular business like I had, and they both seem by all signs doing very, very well. Brand new Ford Explorer for the missus. For the mister, he's driving around with an upscale Audi, and beautiful car, beautiful lifestyle, beautiful children. They look well taken care of, well educated. But one thing I have noticed over the last 2 years of living next to him is that, and we're not close. I mean, as far as distance goes, we're not very close. But every time they leave or come, they slam doors and they slam their truck doors or their car doors. I mean, slam it to a way where it's either waking you up or it's jolting you. There's only one reason for that. They love the income, but they don't love what they do. Because nobody's going to go out and slam things on purpose. You're going to take care of something, but you must have some type of a frustration or anger going where you got to go and then coming back to what you're coming back to. And that's nothing bad said. I'm just telling you that if you watch people, you become a people watcher, you will see certain things that got to make you say, what's happening here? What's going on? And I'm hoping you're watching me too at the same time because my message is not going to change today, taking action. That's where we're at right now. As you can notice behind me, it's dark. When I started this morning, same outfit, it was light. So this has been a full day of video production, email writing, reaching out to people on the phone, finding out what's happening in their world, how you can help them, if they're okay. It's a full day. It's a Saturday. It's a day a lot of people would like to take and go shopping for Christmas, relaxing. The missus could do that. I'm cool with all that because I have a game plan that I need to put into action. One is penetrating to you and hopefully to get to you. The other is to be able in the next 3 to 5 years sit on a beach during Christmas and decorate a palm tree instead of a Christmas tree to take multiple homes and be able to keep them and not lose them and enjoy traveling to a warm area when it's cold, traveling back to a cold area when it's warm. Being able to see different things, experience different people, foods, cultures, all different types of stuff that's going to enrich you, enrich your life, and give the people that you truly love what they deserve. And that calls taking action because it can't come from a vision board. So here's what I want to share with you. Here's what I want to share with you. Take 30 days, free commitment. Go to YouTube. We all have YouTube. If you're watching this video, you can put it youtube.com. When you get there, all I want you to do is search in the top box for The Strangest Secret. The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. It's about 32, 37 minutes. So if you got to get up a little earlier, you have that JOB, it's worth it. If not, during your lunch break, take it during your lunch break. While you're eating, put on a pair of headphones, boom, you start listening to it. But for 30 days straight, and if you miss a day, then honestly, you got to start another 30 days. It's just that simple. And here's the importance behind what I'm sharing with you. We've been conditioned to wherever we are right now, as I'm speaking to you, wherever you're at, mentally, financially, physically, emotionally, it's because of conditioning from your past. So the only way that you can break that conditioning is by reprogramming. I spoke to you this before about the mind, the subconscious and the conscious in constant battle. The conscious saying, yeah, I want to do that. And the subconscious saying, you're not worthy. So both of them have to work in sync for you to truly believe and feel that self-esteem. You ever go into a room of people and find someone that just seems to be confident, attracts people instantly? Everybody wants to know them. You're either going to love them or hate them. And if you do hate them, it's out of jealousy or envy. I'm just being honest with each and every person here. Well, that person has gotten their mind and their subconscious mind together. Their actions are focused. Their actions are intentional. Their actions are enjoyable because they're confident with themselves and they feel worthy of who they are. And people want to be around that. People love leadership. They love stability. They love direction. And when they see that, they attract to it. That's why leadership is the highest paid profession in the world. I don't care where it's at, whether it's with a GM Motors or whether it's with Coca-Cola, whether it's on an online, on a home-based business. You get paid for leadership because when it comes down to it, anybody you're working for, any industry you're working in, you're not really representing a product. You are the product. You are the product. You're paid on you, not on what's being made, on you and your capabilities on what you can do with that product. So you are the product. So the first thing I want you to do, call to action, guys. This is what it's called, is get on YouTube, search The Secret, The Strangest, The Strangest Secret, The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. Listen to it for 30 days. I truly, trust me, it will change your world. And it is so simple information that you already know. But during the course of the day and our billions of other thoughts that hit our minds, we sometimes push aside the positive. We always do. And the negative comes in very, very easily. Now, another scenario. When people are doing great, people come up, how's everything going? Wonderful, fantastic. When they're doing bad, they're going to start telling you how bad they're doing. They're going to paint you this beautiful picture like they're writing an editorial. It goes on for half an hour until you say, listen, I got to go. The kids are crying. The wife's waiting. The ice cream is melting, whatever it may be. You're making excuses to get away because they're so willing to tell you about the negativity in their life. But when it comes to the positive stuff, well, I'm doing great. Thanks, Steve. So I want you to understand that as human beings, we have a natural tendency to attract to the negative, whatever it may be. Look at the political situation right now. I don't talk politics, but look at it. The negativity is overpowering the positive. And that's been like that for the last 20, 30 years. It doesn't matter who's in, it doesn't matter who's out. It's all the same. It's all the same. Look at everything that's happening in our present world right now, in our present society. Negative is overpowering positive. All you hear about is negative, negative, negative. So in a daily basis, you're going to take 30 minutes a day, and it's going to be 37 minutes of positivity. things that bring out the best in you. There's no room for that 37 minutes for any of those negative thoughts to come in because you're listening and you're absorbing and it's repeating in your mind until you can hear it clearly. By the second week, you'll know every word coming out. But that's when the magic begins because the repetition is what's going to take effect, and the repetition is what's going to condition the subconscious mind because the conscious mind knows it already. Now you got to penetrate into the subconscious mind with repetition, repetition, repetition. Why is repetition so important? Because repetition is what we do on a daily basis that gets us to be where we want to be, get what we want to get, do what we want to do. It's repetition. So start out with a simple task like that. 30 days, Strangest Secret, Earl Nightingale, YouTube.com. It's free. There's free education. There's $1 million mentor waiting to give you free advice. If you don't take it, you don't take it. Now, here's the next thing. The phone's going off. It's going crazy, but that's okay. Here's the next thing. The next thing is there's two types of people. There's only two types of people. Everybody's going to tell you there's all different types of people. There's those that see something and sees it, and there's those that see something and question it. You got to figure out which one you are. Which one you are, because this is important, because this is what you need to work on. If you're the person that jumps up and takes control of something, but sometimes it doesn't work out, congratulations. A lot of things in life don't work out, but that don't mean that you quit. It just means that you find the right thing that does work out. It's not that difficult. But if you're that person that sits back and questions everything, is this real? Is this a scam? I don't know how this is possible. How can you work from home and not do anything? What are my neighbors going to think of me? What are my family going to think of me? Then you really need that information I just told you to go get more than anything, because your self-worth has been judged. Because I promise you this, those people that you're worried about will be the last ones to come to you when you can't pay your mortgage, your rent, your car payment, your food, your electric bill, your gas bill, your water bill, whatever it may be. They're the last people you're going to be able to pick up the phone to and say, yo, help. We told you about this a long time ago. So with that being said, what I want to share with you is with this. There's two kinds of people. Don't be the second kind. When you see something, seize it. Right now, there's something going on with Bitcoin. I don't want to go big into it, but there's people that are running away from Bitcoin because they're seeing a downfall in what's happening in cryptocurrency. But I promise you, that downfall is temporary. It's just setting up a bigger picture that most people don't want to see because they're into that, see, I told you so. Told you that wasn't a good idea. It's a great idea. Everything in life is a great idea because if you come out with freedom, if you come out with a knowledge or an education that you've never had before, you're in a win-win situation. So I want to share this with you. We're going to drop something down below once again, www.theroadstoRiches.com. There's a reason we named it that. It is a true path to get you from where you are right now to where you want to be. My question to you right now is a simple question. With that information and with that access, what are you going to do now? You're going to doubt it or you're going to grab it? That's up to you. I'm still going to be back here day in, day out with a new series of breaking things down for you and helping you. And remember this, knowledge on ice is not what I'm looking for. I'll take ignorance on fire any day of the week because that I can work with, that I can mold, that I can shape, and that I can show the route or the path that they need to take. Knowledge on ice, well, we've seen that a lot of times. There's a lot of very intelligent people that struggle in life, and that's because they're not using what they're gifted with. But anyway, to get into that subject, we'll be into a lot of different things as we go along. We'll be building up different practical uses. We're going to start talking about what it takes to be an entrepreneur, what a daily day looks like. Heck, I mean, get on here for not 24 hours, but an 8-hour day and just show you what it takes to do what I'm doing on a daily basis. But I'll tell you one thing. I love what I'm doing. I have time, freedom, and more important than all of that. And there's not much more important than time, freedom. I get to spend my day with the most important person in my life. I get to spend my time. I can stop right now after I'm done with this video. I can walk down to the downstairs den with the wife, sit down, watch a movie, talk with her, come back and do some more work. Because remember, our audience is a global audience. When I'm going to sleep, people are rising. When people are rising, I'm going to sleep. So there's always a new audience that you can reach out to and touch. It's a global economy. That is a beautiful thing. It's a global economy. And you can start to meet people all over. You know what it's like when you're working with somebody, let's say in Italy or in the UK. And then you finally travel there and you get to meet them because you made this connection, this relationship from the internet. And then you can sit down and break bread. It's a beautiful thing. So listen, there's some good things happening and you got to be part of it. So click on the link below, above, wherever you're going to find it. You'll see it. It's a hyperlink. It'll say www.roadstoriches.com. And that's where you want to be. Take the challenge. Come on board and let's get done what we need to do. But before you do anything, blah, 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 anything, The Stranger's Secret by Earl Nightingale. Get that into your mind because once it's into your mind, and once you start to receive it, accept it, and believe it, there's no stopping you. Your limitations are completely off the charts. There's no more roof to your life, your income, your freedom, your time, and whatever challenges you want to meet and rise. So, once again, love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. We'll be back, and I'll be back a lot. I want you to get used to it because, listen, once again, like I said, repetition is the key to taking action. And I'm going to be continuously putting out new content, new videos. I'm going to be reaching out to you daily basis, 2, 3, 4 times a day, just to throw out these little tidbits that can help you and your business and your life become yours to keep and not somebody else's. Why work for someone else when you can work for yourself? That's my message to you. Why work for someone else when you can work for yourself? You're either building their dream or you're building your own. The time is the same. Where you spend those 8 hours, those 10 hours, those 12 hours, it's the same time for all of us. The only difference is where we're at physically spending those time and what we can earn physically within those 8, 10, 12 hours compared to working for someone else. So listen, always be a believer, always be rebellious, always shake things up, and always be different. Why? Because that's where the glory is. That's where the other side begins. Conformity, honestly, sucks. But I'm going to leave this message as it is. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Click on the link below. Let's take the challenge, and I'll help you like I help myself and many other people along the way, building their business, building their brand, building their income, and giving them time freedom. It's not hard to do. It's cookie cutter, but you got to be willing to cut the cookie. That's where it all begins, cutting the cookie. Click the link below, click the link above, wherever you find it, and I'll be seeing you very shortly. God bless and have a good day and talk with you soon. Good evening, good morning, or good night.